Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 1. This is our mirror setup for the day. I think I'm gonna fiddle with it a second. I think I might do fiery presence. I don't know. I don't actually know what's better. We're gonna be taking aspect of Beowulf for a speedrun today. Definitely one high confidence family favorite, God's Legacy, to try and get Mirage shot with the Artemis Poseidon duo. Deep Pockets for sure, and Infernal Soul for sure, unlike usual where I usually take Stygian. Beowulf is kind of the go-to, one of the best speedrunning weapons in the game. We do big AoE cast damage. I'm going to rebind my button that I have left over from a previous attempt. We're gonna have cast set to our left button so that we can just instant cast, just like how I play Hera. And we're just gonna send it. So our goal, one second.
The bearing of the gods and to assert yourself. For this I have employed the greatest of the Greeks. Or what became of him.
This one's for you, Achilles. I know that's what Zagreus says. I've seen this one before.
This one's for you, Achilles.
Hey! Anyway, we're gonna look for Poseidon's cast to start off.
Let's get you out from
And
underneath the
we
sea there, little
get...
nephew.
Let's see. Okay, a rare tier Flood Flare, I'll take that. So Poseidon's cast isn't necessarily the best cast on Beowulf, but it's the best option for speedrunning because it sets you up really quickly for Mirage Shot. And Mirage Shot is kind of the biggest, most important boon of the build, because if you're not aware, on Beowulf, Mirage Shot is broken, like literally broken. Beowulf was one of the last aspect weapons put in the game, and it didn't really get a whole lot of testing. We're gonna go for chaos here, hope for cast damage up or a cast stone. But yeah, Beowulf just ignores the 30% extra damage and goes 100% extra damage for your cast. And we get boon rarity, which isn't bad. Do I roll for a cast or do I just take the boon rarity though? I mean, cast is probably more important, so I think I'll roll here. Cast damage, cast chance, nope, nothing. Although actually, more damage to unstruck foes may still work in our favor, so I'll take that. And anyway, so yeah, so basically, Mirage Shot, the way it works is it makes your cast hit twice, and that second hit does 30% of the base cast's damage. However, Beowulf says, nope, 100%, good game, and it is really funny. Probably most broken with Dionysus's cast because, as it turns out, I don't know if it's cast as a whole or if it's just Dionysus's cast. At the bare minimum, Dionysus's cast, when you palm it, gets double the damage that it says it does. So Beowulf, again, is very, very broken. So, for example, if Dionysus has base 100 damage on Trippy Shot, you palm it for an extra 80 damage, let's say, it actually gets 160 extra damage. It's kind of insanely busted.
The hunt comes down to kill or be killed. Except for us immortals.
So anyway, let's see. I'll probably take her attack here. It's not the best boon, but I don't want her aid. So, and there's Dionysus there. We're gonna ignore him. We need to save time with mid shops. Again, this is a speedrun. I have to remember that. So I'm gonna try and save as much time as possible. We'll buy this boon here. And Demeter, not terrible. Ravenous Will is decent, but Rare Crop is too good to pass up. And here is Zeus, who is gonna round out our build with a kind of a palm sync, honestly. There isn't a whole lot I want from Zeus. I still need to practice with Meg here. I'm getting way more consistent with it. I just messed up. Anyway, let's see. Thunder Dash, Lightning Reflexes, Heaven's Vengeance. Honestly, I mean, that Heaven's Vengeance is appealing, but it's kind of useless. Either going to be Thunder Dash or Lightning Reflexes. I mean, Thunder Dash is probably the most damage up front. I'll take that. And it sets us up for some tier 2 Zeus, which may or may not be beneficial. If we can get Aphrodite and go Smoldering Air, it's probably too late because I think didn't we already get a fourth god? I'm blanking. No, I'm thinking of Dionysus and we didn't take him. Either way, so Aphrodite might be our fourth god just to go for Smoldering Air with Zeus, just for even more damage. Let's see, and Nectar. We'll take the Nectar for a possible palm up on the cast. But so far, not a bad Tartarus. We're only a minute and a half in and we should be seeing the Furies relatively soon, I believe. It is so disorienting not to have a tight deadline timer in the bottom left corner. I've been running 50 heats on the casual. Okay, we did get another palm level on the cast, which is great. We really do want to get as many levels on the cast early as we can, because that is going to be the bulk of our damage. Beyond that, really, it's just getting crit chance from Artemis that we want. So Hunter's Mark, pressure points, of course, as with pretty much every build we ever run in this game. Crit is just so busted, it's never a bad option. Oh, hello! I mean, we probably have to skip that trial because time save, but it's so hard to pass up a Zeus Poseidon trial on a build like this. Like, Sea Storm really does not make or break this build, frankly, like it does a lot of other Poseidon builds. But my goodness, it would definitely be the icing on the cake if we got it. Oh well. I mean, obviously we can't get Sea Storm yet, but getting enough boons to set us up for it, or getting some tier 2s like Poseidon's Razor Shoals or Hydraulic Might would be really good just to up our base damage. I don't think it affects the cast, but it doesn't hurt to have it extra damage. Oh, we got Charge Shot. So I'm gonna be honest, I hate Charge Shot. I'm really not that good at it, but we're gonna practice it today, I suppose, Kiwi, because Charge Shot is the #1 best boon on Beowulf, especially when you are going a cast build. Snowburst is actually pretty decent. It'll give us some extra AoE when we're not casting, or when we're setting up for our cast rather, and it's really helpful in sticks. Tisiphone is a time loss, unfortunately. She, because of all her transitions, she actually takes the most time out of all of the Fury Sisters. Oh my goodness, it is so disorienting to have Charge Shot here. I'm gonna have to get used to that very quickly, but if it crits, it hits. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Like, base damage 3-shot with 3 shots of Flood Shot does like 400 damage, and then our crit on the attack right now, let's see, we're hitting for like 200 at base with this, which means our crit should be easily like 600 damage. Oh, there it is, 590 damage in 1 hit. Okay, a pretty clean Tartarus. We're out of here in almost 2 minutes 30 seconds, which is really good pace for me. Yeah, Beowulf is just an insanely good speedrunning build. You really want to get Mirage Shot. That's really what matters most. You go Artemis attack, you go Poseidon cast, and then you just pray you get Mirage Shot as soon as possible. Other boons that are good, Poseidon's dash is always great for speedruns. It's kind of the speedrunning dash. It's just such a strong damage option for pretty much every build when you were going a speedrun where the dash one-shots enemies in Tartarus pretty consistently. All right, we'll take the HP here. I believe in most cases Erebus is a time loss, but I mean,
I don't have access.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it because palm levels on the cast might really carry us, but it's usually Erebus is a time loss. The advantage to Erebus is it gives you a choice of 3 rooms at the end. And so even if you fail the Erebus gate, there's actually a strategy where if you fail Erebus gates, you can you get a better chance of picking your next boon. The reason for that is this game likes to try and balance your minor and major rewards, minors being like meta progression items, majors being boons and palms and HP and coins, for example. And so if you fail an Erebus gate, it does not consume one of your like your major find boons and or room rewards. So you have a higher chance of finding a better reward in the subsequent rooms, and you have 3 choices coming out of the Erebus gate. So it's very useful, actually. Anyway, what are you gonna? Let's see. Okay, hyper sprint. We definitely go hyper sprint. And then there's our shop, so another bit of time save, unless this is the end shop already. It can't possibly be. This is the mid shop. It's interesting how you can tell whether it's mid or end shop just by the shape of the room. We can't afford any boons here, so we just move along. We are seeing Artemis. So, well, actually, we took her keepsake. Of course we're seeing Artemis. I know I had mentioned Aphrodite as our 4th god, but obviously we are going... Oh, wait, no, what am I saying? We already have Artemis. I am tired, Kiwi. It has been... I'm only 2 days into my work week, and this is my, like, hump day off. But it has been one hell of a week, Kiwi, let me tell you. I don't have to go into too much detail. Suffice it to say, a combination of stress and staying late and just a long 2 days. But hey, I got paid overtime, so I mean, there's not too much to complain about it, right? At least I'm getting paid for it. Anyway, focusing on non-work related discussions, let's see. We made a whole bunch of homemade garlic scape pesto sauce, which we're about to put onto a chicken salad, which is gonna be great. All right, we take support fire for her. No, we reroll. What am I saying? We need hunting blades, Mirage Shot. I mean, I'm set up for a Mirage Shot, right? I don't need anything else. I'm pretty sure it's just these 2 boons, right? Yeah, okay, so we can get Mirage Shot. I should probably roll here again, but Hunter's Mark is a hard pass, a hard thing to pass up on. But again, Mirage Shot makes or breaks the build. We don't get it, we take pressure points. Oh well. Hopefully Artemis or Poseidon show up at least at some point in this run to give us a Mirage Shot, because it will make us melt Hades like nothing else. And I have to say, it's still really like unwieldy to me to use it, but Charge Shot is critting for 1100 damage, and I cannot complain about that. My goodness, this is a lot of damage. Okay, this feels pretty good. This feels pretty darn great. Can't complain about this. Let's see, what do we get? Okay, there's our second Hermes. chance for a rush delivery. We got rush delivery. We're looking at a really good time for this run, I suspect, but we'll see. Other than rush delivery, I mean, more dashes is never a bad option. Definitely not the preferred option. Dodge chance to keep us alive, really unnecessary at this heat. It's like having trained on 50 heat when in a situation where we still have forced overtime, but we have nothing else to make this really difficult. Greater evasion really doesn't do much for us. So frankly, it's really just either I would say auto reload, or no, we have Stygian Soul here, so we can't get that either. Rush delivery. Okay, I don't have to worry about other boons. We got what we wanted. We are so set on this run. We just need Mirage Shot, and we literally have every boon we could ever ask for on this build, pretty much. Like pressure points, getting Artemis's legendary, that would be really cool. It's not gonna happen. I'll just take Demeter as our fourth god at this point. I don't think I'm gonna build for Smoldering Air. I'd rather get a Bone Hourglass at this point. Let's see, does she have really anything I particularly want? Okay, interesting. So Blizzard Shot can potentially be unlocked here. I mean, we have Flood Flare, but the game says we have Flood Shot. I'm going to assume this is this is probably an error, and we'll take her special. I'm hopeful. I very well could be wrong. I'll take the HP because we need high confidence here. A little bit of time loss going back for that, but again, an HP, if we have above 80% HP, we get a 25% damage increase, which is just too good to pass up against, especially coming up against a boss fight. It's too imperative to keep that going. And like I think we just crit on Snowburst or Arctic Chill or whatever it is, our cast enhanced, and that's pretty wild to see. We melted phase 1 Lerny, and there goes his first round of heads. So like, watch this. I'm going to charge these up, and well, bam, there goes his HP. Like, if we crit on our attack, which unfortunately we didn't, we just melt him. And now I understand why they recommend going Artemis's attack for this build, because you're looking for charge shot, and if you get charge shot, well, you're set. You're so ridiculously set, because base damage is 80. Then you get all your damage steroids from everything else. Hydraulic Might, potentially an Ares boon that increases your, what is it, Urge to Kill, I believe. Just, there are so many good boons for charge shot. It makes a lot of sense now to me. It's just, again, for some reason, I'm so used to playing a melee setup with the shield that suddenly switching to range throws me off. It's kind of like the spear, I guess, using charge skewer, although less so because the spear's special is by default a projectile. All right, I think we probably go the route of Bone Hourglass here. I don't think I have anything else that would benefit us. Yeah, we'll just like usual stick with Bone Hourglass at this point. And I don't need to sell. We're not on 50 heat, and I can't afford anything. So maybe I do sell, because that Nail of Talos would be really helpful. I could sell Demeter's Special or Thunder Dash, but I don't think I will. I think, objectively speaking, probably better decision is sell Thunder Dash, buy Nail of Talos, and just speed through things. But looking at our base damage, we are one-shotting things pretty reliably, so maybe it doesn't actually matter that much. So that's my thought process, I believe.
Fields of Elysium.
Chaos Gate we definitely take, as I don't really have any other hammers I need, right? I mean, there are good hammers still left to get, but we got Charge Shot. We don't need much more. So Chaos is a time save here, hopefully. And more cast damage. Excellent. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think. So anyway, I was saying, so we made like a whole bunch. We got, so we're still doing the community, what is it? Community supported agriculture thing with the local farm. And this week we got a whole bunch of garlic scapes, like a good, probably like a pound or two of them, probably a pound realistically speaking, but a whole lot of them. And for those who are unfamiliar, because garlic scapes are kind of, at least by my experience, a more niche product of the farmland areas. It's basically, I believe it's just the things that grow out of garlic that are like not quite scallions but look similar. They're weirdly tentacly. We'll go for the Poseidon boon here. Razor Shoals would be good. Hydraulic Might would be really good. Yeah, I think Poseidon's much more important here at this point than a, oh my goodness, these Flame Chariots, I swear. Flame Chariot rooms are just so rough because they're not only annoying, especially if they get teleportation behind you on higher heats, but they're time waste because they just take forever to get all the spawns out. And we take so much damage there, geez. Wave Pounding, okay, so now we do extra damage to bosses with our cast. I love it. Zeus we take not because it's Zeus, but because it's a mini boss room. And if we get Sea Storm, I mean, Sea Storm is not a bad option here. Anyway, so we got a whole bunch of garlic scapes. We mix a 1-to-1 ratio of garlic scape to basil leaves that we bought from the local supermarket. Mix it with some regular garlic, a whole bunch of Parmesan, and some olive oil, and we have ourselves a very garlicky pesto sauce, and it is delightful. A bit rough on the palate. Okay, cool. I landed the meg on that one, thankfully. I almost thought I missed. And there we go. That's an extremely fast Asterius.
I yield.
But anyway, we're thinking about putting it on pizza. We're gonna put it on chicken tonight and mix it with salad. We're gonna have a real good time. Oh, actually, no, we're gonna do it with salad and pasta.
Chaos has transformed.
Ooh, and lightning rod. Actually, not as exciting as I thought. Static discharge might be better here, but I'll take lightning rod because
Both their might.
the reason lightning rod is still pretty decent is the casts. As soon as they drop on the ground, they start dropping lightning bolts with lightning rod before I can even pick them up. And as you just saw, I'm not gonna be able to pick them up all at once if I'm fighting multiple enemies. So it's just a decent source of additional damage, so I'm not going to complain about that. I have to wonder, does double strike affect lightning rod? I imagine it does, which would make it absolutely busted as a duo boon if you have a good Zeus build going, now that I think about it. All right, what do we get? HP, or is that the shop? That's the shop. Okay, we're going for the shop. Yeah, I think Artemis is... okay, we got Artemis. Excellent. Okay, so a high-tier Hunter's Mark or support fire to try and build towards her legendary. I think we already have pressure points, so we actually have a decent chance of getting her legendary. So let's go support fire. I think that Hunter's Mark is the objectively better choice, but I'm going to make some bad decisions, Kiwi. Just watch me. We go for Patroclus here. Now, the question is, do I go for Hydrolite Gold and get high confidence back and keep my HP up? Because I'm certainly taking more damage than I would like. Or do I go for the attack damage steroid?
No shortage of time to spare, I guess.
It's a hard choice. That 60% damage up on our like crit chance, on our huge crits would be crazy, but I think I'm gonna go high confidence regeneration and keep... I'm gonna play a little defensive here. I have the damage, I need the survival. That trial room looks so tempting because we really could get Artemis's legendary, but I'm just gonna go... We've still got an Artemis room to choose, so I'm gonna go that route. And we're not punished. We get a fountain chamber, which is a huge time save. We do not get her legendary. Do I re-roll for this? It's going to be lower chance because it's not a major, like a fancy room. We got our Hunter's Mark at least.
That's a relief.
All right, let's see. We'll take the free Poseidon boon here again. Hydraulic Might, Razor Shoals, all really good boons for us.
Olympus,
We got Wave Pounding already. We get Razor Shoals, which is pretty good. Typhoon's Fury, not necessary. We're going to one-shot anything in sticks. Typhoon's Fury is a really good option for when you're needing extra damage in sticks, but we definitely don't need it here. All right, boys. Say goodbye. Watch this. And well, bam. Like, they're almost instantly phased. And there's Theseus's phase. There's Asterius's phase. Okay. Like, we have crazy good damage. Look at that. Critting for 900. Blasting them with, like, 300 plus damage casts. Like, we don't even have Mirage Shot. Imagine how much damage we would be doing if we had Mirage Shot. It would be insane. But we are making... Okay, we are a sub 8... Elysium, sub 730 Elysium even. We have a pretty decent chance of getting sub 10 if we have good sticks RNG. We'll see. We will see. Nothing I can buy here. Nothing I strictly want to sell. I mean, I could sell those boons, but nah. No. Generally speaking, on speedruns, you do not sell your boons unless there is a really good purchase from the Well of Charon. And on the entrance to Elysium, I could have made that argument that there was. Again, Nail Up Talos is a huge time saver when you aren't just the most bursty mofo in all of Elysium at the time of entering, you know? All right, let's hope for the good sticks RNG, and we'll see where this goes. We got Zeus, we've got Palm for our mini boss rooms. Probably go Palm first because we don't want any Zeus boons stealing that. Pretty much every boon that Zeus has is palmable, so we really don't want him muddying up the pool for what gets a palm on it. At this point, we mostly just want more damage on our cast. Could be okay to get it on the attack as well if that's not an option, if the cast isn't an option. But it's kind of... Like, look at this. Like I said, we one-shot pretty much everything in sticks with or with... Hello? Can I please enter? I think something is bugged. I can't open this door. I can't open the door. Okay, Kiwi, forgive me. I'm gonna have to close out of the game, I guess, because like can I reload? Can I change the interact button and it'll work now? No, I just, the door is bugged. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna block out the images here in post because I like to keep my save files private. All right, there we go. The door works now. Hooray! I should probably fix the remap of that button at some point, but let's take this boss out. Hi, Meg. Save us, please. Okay, and bam, this... I hate it when the tiny vermin are able to spawn just in time. All right, let's fix that controls now because I'm going to lose time just trying to interact. Okay, there we go. Left button and... Or no, cast on left button and interact on right button. There we go. Everything's back to normal. And I guess we put it on the attack because... What else am I going to put it on? Still 14% more damage with the crits. Can't complain too much about that, I suppose.
No use.
We'll save our rerolls for now, although I guess there's not really much I want to reroll unless I go buying that Poseidon boon. I guess, oh, you know what? We still don't have Mirage Shot, so I guess I'll definitely save. I'll try and save up money, but realistically speaking, I'm not going to be able to afford that. I probably go to the Will of Charon here and buy things. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to... nothing here. Do I use my reroll here? Because if I get 2 chamber sticks...
Something else.
Nail of Talos. No, oh, wait, no, Prometheus Stone. Amazing. Nail of Talos, I probably take that. Yeah, may as well. The odds, like, there's a 50-50 shot we do not get a mini-boss here. If we do get a mini-boss, we'll be melting it with Nail of Talos damage. But realistically speaking, I'm not going to get anything from Zeus here that I strictly need or want. And on top of that, I'm not going to be buying anything in the shop unless I sell something here, which none of this do I wish to sell aside from Demeter's special. May as well take the coin. Like, we're not using Demeter for anything. We're not using the special for anything. Do I sell Lightning Rod here and guarantee myself that Poseidon boon? That could win the run. Well, I mean, the run is one, of course, but this could set me up for... Oh, gosh, I missed that really badly. Anyway. Oh, darn it, we pushed the rat dodged the Meg. Unfortunate. Alright, I'm just gonna tank the poison and kill him as fast as possible. Because the poison gets cleared when you clear the room. Alright, static discharge. We take epic tier is nice. We're not really going to be using that too much because we're going to be keeping our distance, but fortunately we do not get the 2 chamber sticks. I'll go for the hammer here because it could give us some damage up and a little bit of extra speed, but now we'll definitely have the coin to afford that extra Poseidon boon and hopefully at least get Mirage Shot by the end of this run. I guess in hindsight, maybe I should have saved my reroll on that Well of Charon. I don't know what the right choice was there. I'm not sitting too pretty on my HP here. It may be worthwhile to actually take the death and then have higher HP when I get the Satyr sack, so that I'm more likely to have high confidence, but it's too little too late, I guess. What do I take here? Ferocious Guard, probably. I guess Ferocious Guard is probably our best option because it's 20% more damage, and it gives us move speed, which will enhance our rush delivery damage. So yeah, that's objectively the best option. All right, we've got 2 Poseidon boons. I didn't see the second one. Or a Hermes boon. All right, let's see what we get here. We do not get Mirage Shot. I guess I take Breaking Wave at this point. It's not actually going to do anything. His special is not any better. I'm not wasting time on Sunken Treasure. So I saw it for a moment, but nope, second wave. Kind of just absolutely useless here, unfortunately. Oh well. It is what it is.
Thanks, boy.
All right, Kiwi, here we go. We are going to potentially get a sub 10. Let me see what our timer is. I didn't actually look at it. It is 8:48. There is a very good chance of sub 10 here. Let us see what we get and hope for the best.
You bypassed Cerberus.
All right, Hades, I've got a nice cup of water for you. Drink up, Uncle Darkness, or not Uncle Darkness, Daddy Darkness. We have Uncle Moisture and Daddy Darkness. Oh, that cast stone is in an unfortunate place, and this is where I'm gonna choke on Charge Shot. Unfortunate. Okay, we're still good. We're still making plenty good time, and we get Chariots, which are awful to contend with, but we'll make it work. I keep missing my flood shots. This is not good. All right, we're still on good. We're still on good pace, but I'm choking a little bit here. Okay. Just focus on, I need to launch the charge shot as quick as possible. It's just, it charges up so slow. It's kind of like Rama with explosive shot almost. It charges so slow and it throws off my timing because I'm just not used to it. I mean, realistically speaking, you do not have charge shot every run, so you don't get to really learn the timing unless you, I guess, force a boon with a mod or something. All right, here we go. I can definitely do this. I positioned wrong for that. Okay, there is our last Death Defiance. So we got to be very careful about. Oh dear, I am within death's range.
I do not think so.
All right, okay, I've got him phased. I think. Nope. Oh, I'm not running. I'm not running. We either die or we get a win. I am so lucky none of that hit me. I am one hit from death. Come on, Kiwi. Come on. All right, and sub 10. Oh my goodness, we beat sub 10 by 3 seconds.
You have your mother's perseverance. How is it that you got this strong?
All right, so second weapon ever, sub 10. Of course, it's on Beowulf, and again, keep in mind we did not see Mirage Shot on this run. Our damage would have been almost double, like maybe not double, but at least 50% increased. Like insane amount of increase with Mirage Shot. But there we go, our second ever sub 10 speedrun. Our best times are looking pretty tight, honestly. Sub 11 was a huge benchmark for me, and here we are getting a bunch of things now 2 different weapons sub 10. I guess I just have the rail left to try at this point. And maybe another attempt at Stygian Blade, because I got so close to a sub 10 on first try. I can definitely get sub 10 on the sword. I feel pretty confident about that, and that's kind of crazy to say. It's the sword, my worst weapon, objectively so. But there we go. I think, yeah, Charge Shot for sure is our final victory. We're honoring second wave because it's just a bit of a meme. Honestly, it did nothing for the run, but it's there. Poseidon was there helping, I guess.
The master of this realm, Lord Hades, states that death is inescapable. There is considerable credence to his claim.
No, no.
All right, Kiwi, let's do a quick house roundup and give stuff to the resources manager and call it an episode. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say. Just, I'm looking forward to our pesto chicken, pasta, and salad, Kiwi. It's going to be a really tasty dinner. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade our resources. We still have plenty of darkness to spare.
Due for another upgrade here.
Unseen Fixer. I think I'm pretty obviously seen by most people. I think out of everyone in this house, everyone knows me the most.
I had a feeling that our court musician would eventually come back to his senses and his talents, boy. Here yet again, my intuitions were correct. Though you appear a bit perturbed. Don't like the song? It's about you.
That delivery.
It says I'm really the bastard son of Zeus, but also indelibly connected to the god of wine, and how your parents tore me to pieces, giving rise to mortals, but that I'm always going to be stuck
An
here.
apt description, yes.
You fill Orpheus's mind with nonsense, he produces nonsense. Nonsense, I presume, shall spread from this place far and wide, so everyone might know that I have nothing to do with you.
Oh, I think we're past that point,
I'm
Hades.
not worried. Orpheus plays for a very small audience.
Hades, I think at this point you should be proud of your son. This is probably dialogue from an earlier point in the game.
I mean, old father's nice to you at least, isn't
I mean, we are still getting weird dialogue, like, or new dialogue 200 episodes into a run, or into a playthrough, you know? So, what am I to say? Like, it's kind of crazy how we still just have keep having new dialogue everywhere we go. I think you can only, you cannot...
Oh, Prince, I'm supposed to be at work, so I can't talk.
I just can't stop singing the praises of the devs here.
Hey, what do you know?
This game just has great writing, and so much effort was put into it. It's kind of crazy. And here we are having Hades 2 soon. It's just so exciting. Anyway, Kiwi, all right, I think that's it for this episode. Here's a little song to lullaby you to sleep. Here's our mirror again, because why not? I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna run for our speed run next, but I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I am not used to not having charge shot anymore. Oh my goodness, this feels real weird. Anyway, Kiwi, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you,
Not yet.
and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 1.
All that damage? That was nothing, pal. Please, pal.